Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and of course, we're gonna have to bust this out. The full Vegito team right here. A whole lot of power on this team. So, as I'm using these units more and more, this Tech Vegito Blue is just jaw-dropping to me. He is completely blowing me away with how powerful this Tech Vegito Blue is. I can't believe it. The 2 guaranteed super attacks he gets anywhere is just so ludicrous to me. So ridiculous, so insane. These Vegitos, the way they build up like attack and defense on these turns, it's just so nuts. Like they're like they're pretty crazy, I guess I'll say. Now, keep in mind that they do build up a lot of attack and defense while attacking. You know, again, they get a lot just from super attack. They get a lot just from doing normal attacks, right? So, like, even though Vegito did take a little bit of damage right there, after these supers, he's not taking damage anymore. And then we get the 3 supers, so that's 3 defense raises for 1 turn he gets on his super attacks right there. Plus, ooh, okay, this is the first, I haven't seen this animation yet. Ooh, nice, okay, it's against Buhan, yep. Okay. Then he finishes with the Big Bang. Okay, that's the first time I saw that animation today, actually. Okay, so we'll take a super attack right here. This will hurt a little bit more than I would like. What are you doing defensively? He just has the 70% defense. He gets a high chance to dodge as a 3rd attacker in the turn. Yeah, Broly was just a bad matchup for him in the first turn. I mean, I guess, you know, there's a little bit of a negative for Vegito. He did get hit super hard. Like, when they're not in the blue form, both Gogeta and Vegito, like, they're good, but I mean, it's almost like they're just like way better in the 3rd slot before they transform. So it's almost like maybe keep them in the last spot of rotation, and then, you know, then you're like, oh, okay, now we'll just go ahead and bust them out. So we've got, yeah, just a full Vegito team. This is going to be pretty we're going to tear through this pretty quickly, but I almost wonder if you'd be better off leaving Vegito and Gogeta in the 3rd slot of the rotation until they transform, right? Like, just keep them as floaters, because it's always the beginning parts of the fights, like, that's going to keep them defensive juggernauts, right? Because they've got 70% defense, which is good, but then they're also going to have... There was an example of Super Vegito's defense being worthless, by the way. Immediately taking the super attack, activating his defense, so he never even gets the defensive buff. Just stupid, dumb. I hate that so much about that Vegito card. That's literally like the worst thing they did about him. They should have just let him have defense from the start of turn. They did not need to gate it the way they did. It's just stupid, right? It's stupidity. Alright, so we're gonna have 3 Tech Vegito Blues in a second. We'll probably just keep them floating around. Well, actually, we also have the other Tech Vegito Blues, so we're gonna have 4 Tech Vegito Blues on the team, I think. Very, very fun, right? A lot of Vegito Blue power right here. So here's a pretty good rotation. I would say this is a pretty solid rotation. We're going to go ahead and let you super attack first. Then we've got this Vegito going ahead and super attacking. And then this Vegito super attacking. So the triple Dokkan Fest Tech Vegito rotation. You have got to love it. So this Tech Vegito Blue, by the way, he works real well with the new LR, right? Even at base form, Vegito does have over in a flash, which is super important, right? That's actually good that they gave base Vegito over in a flash in base, because it's just going to allow him to work a lot better with, like, again, that Tech Vegito Blue right there, or, you know, physical Vegito Blue. As of right now, Tech Vegito Blue is definitely the one to go with, I think, over the physical Vegito Blue. Although, remember, physical Vegito Blue does have that damage reduction on normal attacks, but, you know, Tech Vegito Blue is definitely way better than him, right? But then after physical VB gets that, he gets that easy, eh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh is all we're going to be saying. Because then you are going to rock a rotation of this Tech Vegito and then physical Vegito Blue, and it's just GG. It is GG. Get out the way is all that's going to be happening at that point. That's going to be a ridiculous rotation. So I really do hope they go crazy with physical Vegito Blue's easy A. He really needs it, and if they just said whatever, we're just gonna make him like the best TUR in the game, then you potentially could have a rotation of the best TUR in the game and the best LR in the game, and they're like an insane rotation or something like that, right? Like, again, it's a little too early for me to say this. The Vegito and Gogeta units are unique enough that I can't really say he's better than Kale and Khalifa yet, but I am really trending in that direction, because I did mention this before, but even Kale and Khalifa never have 2 guaranteed super attacks all the time, right? Like, I would say most of the time, you are going to see Kale and Khalifa super attack multiple times, but it's not guaranteed every single turn, no matter what. For Vegito, it's guaranteed every single turn, no matter what. He is super attacking twice. It doesn't matter what slot of the rotation he's in or anything. He is always double supering. So that is a supreme advantage for him, right? Like, I also wonder, like, you know, with the blue Gogeta sometimes, would you just be better rocking him as the 3rd unit in the rotation? You'd lose the super effective against all types, but you'd then be gaining the guaranteed 2nd super, and then, of course, you'd have the 50% chance to dodge as well. Like, it seems ludicrous running, like, you know, 2 of the best 3 units in the game or whatever in, like, the 3rd slot of the rotation, but that might be able to suit you the best. Now, right here, this is going to be good because we're actually going to be able to see a situation where we're going to have one of these Tech Vegito Blues in the 3rd slot back there, right? So we're going to be able to see him get that 50% chance of his to dodge, which will be very helpful. Actually, my Vegito Blue, I think this one is going to be a little bit stronger because he started out as base, so he was able to stack up a little bit. So we'll keep him. No, but his defense isn't going to be as high, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll put the friend one right there. I do want to keep all their links active. I don't mind using an item if I have to, right? Like, that, you know, it's fine. Whatever. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and pop... So this last Vegito is going to miss this super attack right here. Yeah. I mean, he's over in a flash, right? So running him with this LR Super Saiyan Vegito right here does hurt him a bit. Like, when doing, like, a full Gogeta team, it would work a lot better because, you know, they've all got over in a flash, right? Whereas, like, some Vegitos are prepared for battle, some Vegitos are over in a flash. Oh, he did super anyway, though, because he gets key. And these units, there's just so much to it, right? There's just so much that they do, man. Jeez. What did they do, man? They made some monsters here. Vegito is just so crazy. He's just never stops attacking. Building attack. There's a 50% chance to dodge coming in. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I am really liking what I'm seeing. This Vegito Blue unit, I am really enjoying using him. So we'll go a little bit longer, and then after that, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to heal up right here. But we'll go a little bit longer, and then we'll start busting out these active skills, too. Like, that's the thing. They have these active skill, like, finisher attacks that are designed to be used when the enemy is close to death, right? Because you can only use them on turn 6 at the earliest, it has to be. Yeah, the earliest you can use your active skills is turn 6 or turn 7. So this is more so going to be a long, difficult event thing rather than something you'd see in, like, Battlefield or EZA or something like that, right? But, like, when you get it off, it's going to be like a finishing blow because the enemy has to be below 50% HP as well. And then it's going to be super, super easy at that point to just say, all right, we're done. GG, have fun. Okay. So now we're getting pretty far here. Now we're going up against this Broly. Oh, you locked him in that slot, huh? I mean, that's fine, I guess. Candy Vegito has got over in a flash anyway, so that does work fine. Here, we'll go ahead and do this, I guess. What is your defense at, Tech Vegito Blue? 106k, but I don't think he's had a lot of attacks. Remember, I think it does take 11 attacks, I think, in order for them to build up their full attack and defense. The Blue Gogeta and the Tech Vegito Blue. So, like, that's a lot, right? Like, that, you're not going to see those fully built up for sure, unless you're in the Legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball History, which we are in, right? Even Infinite Dragon Ball History, I don't know that Infinite Dragon Ball History is long enough to be able to fully build up their attack and defense, right? Because, like, you know, we're talking at minimum, if you get a couple of turns of this right here, it would still take 4 turns to fully build up their attack and defense after they're already transformed. And then just think about the massive level of damage that, like, these Vegitos are doing, right? So, like, you're just almost never going to see them fully build up that passive, because the teams they're on are too strong. You'll be doing too much damage. You'll be tearing through things way too fast. I just don't think it's realistic that that passive is going to be fully built up. I think they did not need to make it to where you had to attack 11 times to fully build up their attack and defense there. They could have they should have just made it at the start of turn. Whatever. That's what they should have did. Just whatever. Start a turn. Boom. There you go. That would have been a bit better. Okay. So we could use the active skills here. Why not, right? This is a good turn, I think, to use the active skills. The Vegito in slot 1 is built up a little bit more. I don't think the Vegito in slot 3 would finish things off, though. So we'll go ahead and use his active skill right here. Now, I think Gogeta's active skill, Kamehameha, is probably the best single animation in the game. This is, like, right there. I think both Vegito and Gogeta, they've got the best animations in the game for sure. I think they have replaced STR Cooler. STR Cooler has finally been replaced. Okay, so I think this should finish Broly off right here. The cool thing is that Vegito and Gogeta, they both have special sort of finish animations as well when they finish it off with the active skill, which is always really, really cool to see. You know, like Tech Trunks has one of those. Dokkan Fest Kid Goku's got one of them. This right here, right? Like, we get to see Vegito just standing there, arms crossed. Like, that's badass right there. And then Gogeta has the little one where he kind of, like, waves the energy off of his hand. Like, you just have to love it. These units are beautiful. I mean, I hope that their banners are crazy. I mean, they could be must summons. I would say that. These units are going to be must summons for sure. They're super, super impressive, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up. We'll do one more turn right here with this Vegito, and then we'll probably go ahead and finish up here. This full Vegito team just wrecking havoc at this point. I am really in love with this Tech Vegito unit. I cannot wait to use him. The other thing I cannot wait to do is to use the Last Resort category team. Oh boy, is that team going to be real. Dodge this, please. Okay, good. That Last Resort category team is going to be so fun to use with all the fusions. You could easily build it all over in a flash. I mean, LR Full Power Frieza you could rock on there, like whatever, right? He's over in a flash. But just these 2 super attacks every turn, like, it's so crazy. When he builds defense on both supers, like, it makes him so good defensively too. Yeah, look at that. Infinite Dragon Ball history. This stage is not exactly easy. So for Vegito to take, like, double digits right there is very impressive. I mean, y'all let me know what you think. A full Vegito team. I'm going to definitely do a full Gogeta team as well. But this guy is just special. They really brought the hype this anniversary. These anniversary blue Vegito and blue Gogeta units. Oh! Oh boy! Are they very, very hype.